Okay, good afternoon, Apple Wong. Thanks for joining my emotional intelligence series titled Pandemic Battle.
Good afternoon, Venkat.
It's good to see you again. Apple Wong was my ex-student. She did her diploma in leadership good 2 years ago, I think.
Yes.
Time flies. Thanks for joining once again. Apple, could you just give us a quick, brief introduction about yourself?
Okay. I'm part-timing with work, as well as I'm a part-time stay-at-home mom. I get to cope with work and looking after my family. So that's why I'm having this part-timing work that is regularly going on.
Okay.
Thanks to my employer. And why the part-timing work is because of the flexibility I get to have to attend to my family. My work currently, I'm in the insurance industry. I work administrative work. So basically, I support I support group work, doing administrative work or any ad hoc needs that my employer will have.
Okay.
So yeah.
So, Apple, 2020 has been a rough and tough year for all of us. Not only you, me, or even Singaporeans, anywhere in the world. So, now, when the government announced the lockdown, if you can remember in March 18th, if I'm not mistaken, how did you feel ever since then? How did you feel during this pandemic period?
When I first heard of the lockdown, or what you call it, a circuit breaker, as to what the government names it.
Yep.
Well, yes, I was a little bit lost, confused, because that was the time when I know I have to get things moving back from office. I know there's work that I have to prepare to bring home.
Mm-hmm.
I need to consolidate some work that is like pretty much, from paper-based to laptop-based.
Okay.
That means becoming more online work.
Okay. So, if you want to share more about your emotions during that period, all the change that was happening.
Yeah.
What was running in your mind? How were you feeling?
Confused, because not sure how my employer is going to continue my work. Work arrangements not announced yet. And also probably a bit stressed up. It's like, that means I'm going to be home. What about work? Of course, money. What's going to keep the bread coming? Ultimately because I'm working part-time.
Okay. So can I say that your main concern was about work only and not any other matters surrounding you?
Work and of course my son, because if it's a lockdown, my son is in primary school, so that means he'll be home. So that means I have to juggle work and his school. I have to look out for his work, which I was trying to think of not, but how independent he is, I won't know. And I need to be on work.
Right. So this was during the beginning part when the announcement was being, when the announcement was made about the lockdown. Then moving from there, April, May, June, how were you battling this?
Okay, after March, May, June, April onwards, we were all stuck at home. Basically, everybody is enclosed in their cave.
Okay.
So the first few weeks, probably the 2 weeks to 3 weeks, I was getting more angry, frustrated, because it's the first time I'm doing work at home, and at the same time, it was the first time my son is studying at home with heavy HBL, you call it home-based learning.
Home-based learning, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it was like I'm trying to cope with my work at the same time. What my employer needs, I have to settle down my employer's work, because my boss' work is he himself is also struggling.
Okay, so let's not go too deep into work matters, because here, I want to get a general overall view on how you are handling your emotions when the government announced about the circuit breaker or the lockdown. And you mentioned that you were confused in the beginning. You also mentioned that you were stressed. And in the month of April and May, you mentioned you started feeling angry and frustrated because you had to balance work from home, and then your son is a home-based learning. were there any incidents where you think you lost your mind, where you just lost it? You shouted at everyone at home. Were there any incidents you want to share with us?
Well, yes, there was not once actually.
Okay.
Quite a few occasions.
Okay.
My husband was lucky to get away with it. Yeah, because by the time he's home, everything's calmed down. So my son was the nearest.
Down. Okay.
Yeah. So he got shouted at a few times because I was feeling angry.
That anger, was it caused because of the stress that you were having, balancing so much of work and responsibilities, or was it created by him? What was the trigger factor?
Probably it's a combination. That is, it could be a frustration from work, and then he was trying to cope with his work, and then he come and just irritate me further, and annoying, giving me asking me all the things that he should know. So these two probably just tripped me, and then I just snapped at him and I scolded him. I got angry with him. I kept him out. I moved into my room and I kept him out in the living room, learning on his own, and he was crying.
In other words, you locked yourself in the room.
Yeah, I just need to get away.
Okay. What other? How else did you manage yourself or your emotions from these outbursts?
Sorry, again?
How else did you manage yourself from this outburst, from shouting at him, locking yourself in the room? What else did you do to manage yourself?
Well, actually, gradually, I feel bad after that, and I try to talk to myself, as in negotiate with myself. That is, look, this is not something that everybody wants. And after that, it got better. We had a talk. Me and my son had a talk. And then he knows that, he was a bit too much. And I told him, I'm sorry too. So, we managed to talk it out. So there wasn't really much of what we had not to do and what we have to do. Yeah. So probably it smoothened out after that. Yeah, we got to understand each other at home.
Okay, did this happen after a few series or after the first incident? Because what I want to find out from you is...
A few, actually.
After a few. So you were able to tell yourself, okay, I'm getting angry, something triggered me, and I'm not managing myself well enough.
Yes.
So what you did was you sat down with your son and maybe discuss what to do, what not to do. Something like what I used to do in the class, the ground rules, is it?
Yeah. Ground rules, that is, look, mummies need to have some time off, away. Okay. For myself, I need to have my work. I know there's times when you need to have his work done, HBL work, or the home learning work. Okay. So we managed to set out some good coordination.
Okay. So remember we learned in our class on the 4 domains. Do you remember the 4 domains?
Oh, self-awareness, self-management, relationship management.
Yeah, that's the 4th one. Good. So you did well.
Social awareness.
Yes, correct. So you were able to realize yourself, your weakness, which is the self-awareness, and then later stage you were able to manage it, which is the self-management part. What was nice that you were able to sit with your son and come to a certain agreement. So that's more of like a relationship management.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So besides your son, did you find any other outlet to release your frustration, your vent?
Yeah, actually I have all along I have this retail therapy in me.
I'm not surprised coming from you.
Yes, I love retail therapy when I'm upset, when I'm sad, or if I need to cope with something that I'm trying to figure out. I'll just go roaming out. I would just start to leave my space that I feel restricted in, which will be my home during the circuit breaker. So I'll take a break, I'll go get a walk, I go supermarketing, I'll just move around. I have a park near my house.
Yeah. So was this a planned thing? Okay, I know if I stay too long in my home, I'll get stressed, I'll get mad, So was it a planned thing? Okay, every day at 2 o'clock, I need to go out for a walk.
No, it's just unplanned. Probably I'll do it in the evening because I know I have work to be done. But whatever the work that has got to be done has to finish first. So I'll keep everything in me. All right, and then once time is better, okay, and I'll just move out of the house or even the corridor. I went out of the corridor a few times to just get some fresh air. You know?
Okay. What else do you think could have done better besides this walk or going to the park or to the supermarket? What else do you think could have done?
Well, I could have just managed myself better by, understanding the situation more. And well, everybody's going through it.
Exactly.
Yeah, everybody's going through it.
Did you pick up a new skill like cooking or karaoke singing or any family activities together? Because I saw that some of my other students, they started doing Zumba, the exercise.
Yeah.
As a family in the house.
I did more baking.
Okay. That's another talent in you.
Yeah, I catch up on my bakings.
Okay.
My bakings and cooking, yes, definitely, because everybody's grounded. So that means you have to cook more.
Yes.
Yeah, you got no choice. You got to cook more. So you see more new dishes on the table. Funny dishes, maybe sometimes, because you got too much. You just don't know what you're cooking. Yeah, but I managed to catch up with some of my bakes that I've been long wanted to do. I have more than enough time to do.
So, as much as this COVID-19, it's a negative thing that happened to all of us. Do you feel that it also brought up a certain talent in us, or brought the family together because you guys are spending more time together? You started understanding one another more. Would you say yes or no to that?
Not really, because me and my family, my husband and my kids, my kid, as in my son, we have been quite close since.
Nice.
Yeah, so it's more like managing it. How are we going to manage, facing each other more at home, especially his son, and with his work and my work to combine together in all. Okay. But other than that, we cope fine actually.
Good to know. Nice. Right, so let me come to the last part of this interview. You learned on emotional intelligence good 2 years ago. And from what I've been hearing is that you have kind of applied certain domains, you were able to find out your weakness, you were able to manage it, and then, the relationship management part. So how important do you think EI, emotional intelligence, is in our daily lives?
Well, to me, I think that having EI and learning EI has helped me to understand myself. That's most important, more. What did I actually not manage to do it in the past, like managing my emotions? Now I've got to understand more, and what can I do to avoid conflicts?
Okay, nicely said.
To have a better relationship with my family, of course, closer relationship. Not getting angry too often with my son, of course, that's the first thing he loves.
Beautiful.
Yeah. So I think it has helped me to grow up more matured, also handling situations better. But of course, sometimes I lose it.
Especially managing the change and adapting to the change.
Yes, the changes. Yes, helped me to cope pretty much better. I've learned more. So even if there's another case of lockdown, I don't think the same situation would happen again, because I know I have gone through. I know I am able to apply, be more matured and balance up what I have not balanced in the earlier episode.
Nice. Well, nicely said, Apple.
Yeah.
Right. Let's. Would like to end this interview and also wish you all the best. Let's all look forward to a better 2021.
Yes, definitely. In the future.
Yes, in the future. Thank you so much, Apple Wong. Thanks for your time.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.